The saying, clothes maketh a man, becomes acutely true in the retail industry as a major chunk of it is dominated by apparel and accessories. How does artificial intelligence, machine learning, or even cognitive science play an important role in our shopping pattern? Or is it only limited to online suggestions and pop up ads? To discuss this and more, we talked to Mukul Bafna, the CEO of Arvind Internet. In our final video in this series, Bafna gave us a unique insight into how the clothing industry makes use of AI for innovation, customer retention, and unique user experience.
We effectively work with brands and retailers to own the customer. In the modern world where people are shopping across multiple channels, multiple sessions, multiple interaction points, a lot of what the retail industry has been doing over the last few years, since the advent of multi-channel retail, call it a decade or 2 decades ago, has been to create band-aids. Now, while those are band-aids and you're able to still fulfill the customer's needs, the core problem to be solved from a retail point of view is why is the inventory not there when you need it? Right? Because if you actually started using your data in a smarter way, you would effectively not need save the sale or endless aisle. What you would actually start doing is moving items to the consumer before they even walk into that. So all of a sudden you're getting into the core customer kind of pain points to solve rather than putting band-aids on solutions. So that's where I think the industry is really going when you start talking about advanced analytics use cases. The biggest issue to solve today is how does a retailer own a customer? This is the quintessential problem that we are facing as an industry when we work with our partners, is that there is a disaggregation of owning the customer currently. You have marketplaces, you have stores, you have sites, you have social media, everybody's trying to sell to a consumer. But ultimately, the biggest thing for us to solve is, if you're a brand or a retailer, you can't afford not to own the customer. Now, own the customer doesn't mean that you have to that your focus is only on acquisition, right? Part of it is how do you use the data that you've generated across the ecosystem to maintain a lifetime value, a loyalty from that customer. This challenge is the single most important challenge that most people are still trying to solve. So if you believe in the old world of strategy, which is effectively, and this world has changed quite a bit. In the old world of strategy, studying strategy in business school, it was always you win because you have a cheaper product or you have a better product. It's the only two ways you win. But I think the world is now changing. That assumed a world where you had a single product, a single customer. Now is that you've added dimensions of ecosystem, complementary products, network effects. Now if you start looking at what the underlying currency for all these trends is, it is data. Right? Is that you can create ecosystems, network effects, only if you have data and understanding of your customer. And so as the world shifts towards the data economy and being able to understand your customer and value chain data, you start unlocking another source of value, which is effectively all of this data-driven value that you didn't have before as an industry and as a company. There are two skill sets that you should be investing in very heavily in your educational process. One of which is analytics, the other is computer science. If you can learn Python and you can learn, at least not 101, but at least 301 level courses in analytics, you'll do yourself a very big favor, because whatever you get into in the future, these two things will not go away in the future. Is that you will need to learn how to build, and you will need to learn how to analyze.